Hey guys, so I thought that the last cooking video was really fun, and I had a lot of fun editing it and uploading it, and people seem to like it. So this week, I got my 2 days off, and I went and bought stuff to do tamales. So I thought, why not just do some fucking tamales on here? The first part of this is gonna be like 2.5 to 3 hours before the rest of it, because we're gonna do the pork right now, and I have to slow cook that for ages. So, so we're gonna get that done first. This is what we need. So we do onions, garlic, and I got this. It's just like a boneless pork loin. It's about like 30 pounds. It says that you need like pork shoulder to do this, but I don't think it's gonna matter very much. It's fine. Alright, we're doing veggies first. Alright, this onion's a bit shitty. They gave me this onion that looks like it's been through like World War II on it. I'm gonna have to like skim out some of this. You know, I just went and diced this onion, and I realized I'm just sticking it in a fucking crock pot for 10 hours, or no, 3 hours with pork, and I don't need to dice it. I could just slice the damn thing. I'm always so bad about finding a damn container while I do this shit. Should be first, and it's always last. Alright, got some fucking onions. And I'm gonna dice the garlic cloves. Oh my god, my eyeballs, I hate onions so much. I'm just gonna put the diced garlic in with the onions because they're going in the same damn crock pot. There's no use in me making another container dirty for some garlic. I'm gonna see how I get garlic cloves out of everything real fast. I just pushed my palm on it, all the garlic cloves come out. I did almost lose one though, I gotta wash that. Alright, let's try to dice these things up. I gotta get all these stupid fucking peels off first though. These seem like they're really stuck on there. This one, maybe they're just pink. I think they're just pink. Also, I wasn't lazy this time. But I'm being lazy right now. The thing is, these are just gonna slow cook in with the pork for like the 3-hour period. So they don't need to be diced, because they're just gonna become mush in there anyway and slow cook. All that flavor is going into it either way. I'm sure there's people that will disagree with that, but I don't care. So this, if it was a pork shoulder, I would trim it. The thing is, this is like a fucking tender like pork loin, and that fat is gonna be excellent. So I'm not trimming this, because it's not like the pork shoulder and stuff. It doesn't have like an inch of fat or anything on it. And it's like already pretty much cut up for me, which is really nice. Alright, let's go over to the crock pot. Oh no, the pork! Alright, so I just went ahead and cut this pork out. Yeah, put that pork juice in there. I mean, I assume you didn't need to see me cut a packaging off pork. And I assume people can do those things. So, I'm gonna add the onions and garlic in here around the edges. This also needs a good amount of salt, because I'm gonna put 10 cups of water in here with it, and it's gonna slow cook in it. And that is going to be fucking amazing. But here's the thing. You have to do it like this. You can do it in an oven on like really low temp, but it probably will take even longer. The 10 cups of water in this gets used in the tamale recipe, and while you're slow cooking it, the pork cooks in it and it gets soft and falls apart, and the water becomes a broth, and then you use the broth for the tamales. It's good. It's real good. Also, a quick little thing. These, I'm trying to look at the preview too. I don't know if this shit's in frame or not. These quart containers, you can get them at like Chinese food restaurants. These are 4 cups. If you fill them to like the little edge up here, they're 4 cups. So like, if you don't need an exact amount where you have to use a measuring cup, these are perfect to give you like 4 cups each time. So if you get like fucking wonton soup or something from a Chinese place, just keep the damn container. 4 cup. 8 cup. You might have noticed I said 10 cups and then I did 8 cups. 10 cups looks like an awful fucking lot. I don't think I need 10 cups of this shit. The meat in here is a little bit less than what was on the recipe I saw for this. And I use a recipe for tamales. Because, I mean, unless you're like a traditional Spanish family with their own tamale recipe and you make it constantly, you need a recipe for this. But yeah, I'm gonna just do 8 cups because it looks like way too much if I do 10. Get a good aerial shot of this, yeah? And salt this water a little bit more. Because I can't have it being real plain and shit. We got an aerial shot of what the crock pot looks like right now. Sort of just like raw pork onion and garlic. It looks like some shitty swamp water. But when we come back in 3 fucking hours, this will have reduced a bit. The onion and stuff will be cooked and that pork should be fucking delicious. So I'll see you guys then. So it's been like 4 hours now, almost. And we'll check out the pork real quick. This is where we're at with this pork right now. I think it still has another hour or so on it. But while that's going, we'll do the sauce with the peppers. I think I got California peppers? I don't fucking know, let's look. So I got California chilies. So for these, I have to take all the stems and seeds out of this. And then I gotta roast them at 350 for like 4 or 5 minutes so that they get all toasty flavored. And then you have to soak them in water for 30 minutes, which is why I'm doing it now, because that's still got a while on it. Pepper time. So this might take a while. 1 pepper. I just realized I should have been wearing gloves for this. I'm gonna not touch my face. Okay. We have peppers. Now I have to roast them in the oven for like 3 or 4 minutes. That was the most tedious shit to do. Working with dry peppers sucks. Let's put them in the oven. Pepper vision time. So, like 5 minutes from now I'll check those. And then we'll soak them in water for 30 minutes. And then we'll make the sauce out of them. See you then. Alright, so the peppers are toasted up. They might be a little too toasted. They're not burnt though, so that's good. I gave them like an extra minute than I probably should have. I just got distracted. But they're good. They're fine. Look at that. Still got that red color. That'll be just fine for me. Alright, we're gonna soak these bitches. Also, my 1 mixing bowl here is gonna be getting a hell of a fucking workout during this thing. Ooh. Alright. So these are gonna get 30 minutes of soak time, and that should give them back their juices. This will bring them back. And then we're gonna blend them with 2.5 cups of the water in here. And then there's some other ingredients we'll add it You'll see it on the video. It'll be there. Ooh yeah. So the peppers are soaked, and I'm gonna use this NutriBullet thing that she got because I need to blend these peppers. Oh man, I'm gonna have to scrub the shit out of my hands again. Oh well, it's already been done. Alright, so we gotta do 2.5 cups of this in here with it. We got pepper juice. One thing I have to do before I cook this, I have to dice up garlic. I wasn't lazy this time, god damn it. Garlic paste. Ooh. Sounds like that canister from Jurassic Park. Yeah, look at that. Alright, so we got the red chili sauce. I'm gonna add in the garlic. That was like 2 cloves, I think. And also, I would usually brown the garlic, but I don't think it really matters for this sauce. Into cumin, which I'll probably add more after it's cooked for a while. Cumin. We're gonna let that all cook together, and then I'll try a little bit of it, and if it's in need of shit, I'll add it. Also, you save the damn soaking water because you can thin this out if it gets too thick. I still got like fucking 6 cups of soaking water over there, so we'll be fine on the sauce. Alright, time for the corn husks. These are dry, obviously, they come dry. You have to soak these for 20 minutes. And yeah, you'll have a bad time if you don't. There's no way you're gonna fold that the way we need to if they don't soak for 20 minutes. Yeah, I always set like a bowl or something on them to keep them submerged. And that should work. So we gotta let this sit here for 20 minutes. The sauce is boiling away right now, so we should probably go look at that. And then I'm gonna pull that pork into shreds, and we're gonna cook it in with the sauce. And it's gonna be really good. I'm gonna use a ladle for this real quick. I think I need to add a little bit more of the liquid to this to thin it out a little. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm gonna try a little bit of this. I am not a big fan of straight chili sauce, so this will be interesting. It'll be good with the pork. I need to add more salt to it. Try this again. Ooh, there we go. Bam! So I've got the pork out of there, and it's pretty soft. It kind of just pulls apart, which is really nice. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah! So I need to pull this apart with 2 forks. I might use a cutting board for it. And then we're going to cook it in with that chili sauce. Yeah! Alright, so let's get the pork heating up. The sauce is looking real good now. That's just the flavor that I want, so that's good. That's gonna be some good pork chili stuff for tamales. Hold on a minute. I don't have to wait for the stovetop to heat up as much now. Alright, let's add this in. Found my tongs. Oh yeah. So I'm going to try to separate this a little bit more. Get this sauce all up in here. Let this cook. And then we're going to try and start the masahana stuff. It's the awesome corn flour paste that you put on the outside of this before you cook it. And it's delicious. So the first thing I have to do is drain this shit out. Strain it, not drain it. Wait. Yeah, I have to strain that out because I need to save the liquid for the masahana. No, don't waste it. We have to do this little bits at a time. Alright, I'm gonna try to fit all my corn husks in this. But if I could put something on top of this, we're golden. Yes! Yes! We need 3/4 of a cup of shortening for this. Make it close. Alright, I only have 1/4 a cup in this thing. I don't have a 3/4 cup or anything, so we're just gonna use 1/4 of a cup 3 times. Alright, we're gonna beat this. Masaka. It's corn flour. So the recipe says we need like 6 cups for this. I'm gonna do 4 and just add more if I need to. I don't have 2 mixing bowls to do the separation on them, so we're just gonna wing it. I'm gonna do the masahana and alternate with this until I get a paste. Then I'm gonna add baking powder and salt. That's just how I'm gonna have to do it. Alright, I got my ladle back. So let me do this first. Alright, I think at this point I'm going to add some salt to taste. And then I'm just going to add some baking powder. How much does it say in this? 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So I'm going to go with like 1 teaspoon. Yeah. That's good. That's a good amount of salt. I actually own a 1 teaspoon. Good. Okay, so masahana's done. It's like corn flour paste. Alright, now for the finished pork. Let me try this shit real quick. That's really good. I could just eat a whole bowl of this. Yeah, that's awesome. Also, I just realized something. I just realized that chili sauce is supposed to have a roux. I was supposed to put shortening flour in that recipe. But it's good, nevertheless, so it don't really fucking matter. Alright, so, for sake of video purposes, I'm gonna do maybe 3 of these, 4 of these. The rest of them, I'll just do off camera, because it takes fucking ages to wrap all these goddamn things. But we'll set up the things, I'll cook them off in the steamer over here, and we'll try them. Alright, masahana. I'm also probably saying that wrong. Next, pork. Kinda kept these in strips still, so they're nice. I like them. And this is the part that I hate the most. The wrapping. So you want to fold it down and over. And then fold the ends in. Which I always make these too big. And then they squirt out the edges. Ugh. I have so many dishes to do. Why did I pick tamales? That was the best one yet. This one is a bit of a pain in the ass though. A little bit. a little bit okay. Okay, we're setting down like that for now. Alright, so I have to get this thing on and steaming. And yeah. Okay, steamer thing's still in here, so that's good. So I need to fill this with water. This thing. And then put the tamales in this over the boiling water. And then it will steam the tamales, cook the outside, and they'll be delicious. Also, this very much so is a rice cooker, but it steams, and it's perfect for these. Put them in here. Yeah, tamale. Okay, I think it's cooking. This thing's so hard to tell. Alright, well, we have to give this a while. I'll come back when it's finished, and then we'll try it, and then we'll have tamales. Alright, the tamales are done. This is what we got in the steamer. Then over this way, we're gonna check this guy out. Yeah, so that right there is a tamale. And the corn husk is pretty much trash now. But right here, got ourselves a tamale, man. Alright, so I'm gonna unwrap the rest of these. I'm gonna put some of the sauce on there. Just, you know, for good measure. And then we're gonna try it. Alright, now all of them are, you know, perfectly wrapped. Because I don't have a lot of experience in this. But they came out a little shitty. A couple of them did. Like this guy. This guy right here was falling apart a lot. But some of them were pretty good. I just need practice on my corn husk wrapping, I think. Alright, let me do this with one hand. Add a little bit of sauce to these, yeah. So now, we fucking try it. Right. Get in here. No! I'm so bad with a fork. I'm like a child. Alright, let's try it. I'm happy. Well, it's tamales, guys. This took a lot of dishes and a lot of work. I started this video at like 9 in the morning, and it's now like 5 p.m. But I'm gonna go eat, and then I'm probably gonna wrap some more of these and freeze them, and just eat them this week. They're gonna be fucking delicious. I love it. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you guys have a good day.